Lately, I've been learning that growing up isn't about perfection. It's about slowing down, listening to myself, and letting life unfold gently. These are the lessons my 20s are teaching me, softly, quietly, in their own time. I'm learning to see solitude as a place I can return to, a quiet room inside myself where I can breathe, reset, and reconnect. For so long, I feared being alone. I thought solitude meant emptiness or lack or something missing. But now I'm beginning to understand that solitude can be a form of presence, a moment where the world softens and I can finally hear my own voice again. There's a kind of peace that only arrives when everything else becomes still. A peace that doesn't ask for anything, doesn't demand, doesn't rush. Just a gentle reminder that I am allowed to be with myself without performing, without proving, without pretending. And the more time I spend in this quiet space, the more I realize how much of myself I had forgotten. How many thoughts were not mine. How many expectations I was carrying without noticing. It's not always easy. Sometimes solitude brings up emotions I've avoided, truth I've been postponed, feelings I didn't want to name. But even that is a form of healing, because facing myself gently is still a way of coming home. Solitude is becoming a home, not a punishment, not a shadow. I'm learning to let go of what no longer nurtures me. People, habits, expectations, versions of myself I've quietly outgrown. For a long time, letting go felt like losing, like failure, like something breaking inside me. But now I'm beginning to understand that letting go is not an ending, it's a beginning. There's a softness in releasing what weighs on my heart, a quiet strength in opening my hands and allowing things to live without chasing, without forcing, without begging them to stay. Some things are meant to walk with me only for a chapter, not a lifetime. And holding on to what hurts only keeps me anchored to places I've already outgrown. Letting go doesn't mean I stop caring. It means I stop carrying what was never mine to hold. It means I choose peace over attachment, clarity over confusion, growth over comfort. It means I trust that what is meant for me will remain effortlessly, naturally, without me having to shrink or bend to keep it. And the more I release, the more space I create inside myself. Letting go is a practice. I'm learning that it's okay not to have everything figured out. For so long, I believed I needed answers, a plan, a direction, a clear map of where I was going. But life doesn't always work like that. Sometimes the path is foggy, unfinished, shifting beneath my feet. And I'm learning that uncertainty isn't a failure. It's a space where growth quietly begins. There are seasons where clarity comes easily, where everything feels aligned. And then there are seasons where nothing makes sense, where I'm asked to move slowly, to trust without seeing, to take one small step at a time. I'm learning to honor both. to understand that confusion is not a sign that I'm lost. It's a sign that I'm evolving. Not having everything figured out gives me room to explore, to change my mind, to become someone new without the pressure of perfection. It teaches me patience, humility, softness. It reminds me that I don't need to rush my becoming. Some answers arrive only when I'm ready for them. Some chapters reveal their meaning only after they end. And some things are not meant to be understood, only lived. I'm learning that I don't need to see the whole picture to keep moving. I don't need certainty to take the next step. I'm allowed to be a work in progress, unfinished, unfolding, becoming in my own time. I'm learning to be gentle with myself. For so long, I held myself to impossible standards, expecting perfection, rushing my healing, criticizing every small mistake. But now I'm beginning to understand that kindness toward myself is not optional, it's essential. I'm learning to speak softly to the parts of me that feel tired or overwhelmed, to offer patience instead of pressure, to remind myself that I'm allowed to rest, to slow down, to take breaks without guilt. Healing doesn't happen faster just because I push harder. Sometimes the most productive thing I can do is simply breathe. Self kindness means celebrating small progress, even when it feels insignificant. It means acknowledging how far I've come instead of obsessing over how far I still have to go. It means forgiving myself for the days when I'm not at my best and understanding that being human is not a flaw. I'm learning to treat myself the way I treat the people I love because I deserve that same tenderness. Because the relationship I have with myself shapes every other part of my life. I'm learning to give time, to let things unfold without rushing them, without forcing answers that aren't ready to arrive. For so long, I believed that moving fast meant moving forward, but now I'm beginning to understand that some things grow only in stillness, in patience, in the quiet space where life breathes on its own. There are moments when everything feels delayed, paused, suspended, in a place I don't fully understand. And instead of fighting that space, I am learning to soften into it, to trust that timing has a wisdom I don't always see, that what is meant for me will come, not early, not late, but exactly when it's supposed to. Giving time means accepting that healing is slow, that clarity arrives in fragments, that growth often happens beneath the surface, long before I can notice it. It means allowing myself to be in the middle of things, unfinished, unfolding, becoming. I'm learning that patience is not passive, it's an act of trust, a choice to believe that life is working even when I can't measure the progress, a choice to release urgency, to breathe deeper, to let the story write itself at its own pace. Some things bloom slowly, some answers take time, and I'm learning to honor that rhythm, to give time, and to give myself the same grace. Thank you for walking this quiet path with me. We're all unfolding gently.